So our next two opponents are Mid-City Tejanos and Impact. This is actually the game film for Impact versus Mid-City earlier this season. So it actually works out that the game we're going to look at, Mid-City, is against the other team we play. So one game we can look at both teams. This recording picked up at the 3rd minute. At this point, it's 0-0. Tristan wins a foul in the middle. So number 10, the cam for Tejanos is the main player. I've spoken to some of the kids at practice about taking him out the game and not letting him beat us by himself. Ignore the circle over Brexton. Whenever I find the film, I guess it believes that I am looking at his highlights, so it has a circle over him. So just disregard that for the rest of the video. So you can see, and if you remember, number 10 is obviously big and powerful. He's got speed, and he's not scared to take players on. I mentioned to some of the players on our team that we need to be more rough and tough. We need to be able to add some more physicality to our game, even if that means fouls or yellow cards. We can't just let people use their size against us. We have to make sure that when they get the ball in wide areas, that we scan and mark. There's an instance, and not necessarily there, but earlier where the ball was in the right wing and number 10 was alone in the box because Impact was ball watching. With 5 in the back and 3 center backs, that should never happen. Even with 2, but with 3, that should help that. And looks like he's getting a yellow card for elbow, I guess. They had to calm him down. That's something else. Some of the kids on their team can get upset quite easy or rage baited, as they say. So any way that you can get under their skin and lead to some mistakes or poor decisions or even sending offs can really tip the scale. Because we are the underdogs, which we've been many times before, which is fine. I kind of like that. But if some reason they make a rash decision or 2 and get sent off and we have 11 to their 10, the odds shift tremendously. Even number 10 has been sent off in the past. Oh my gosh. Here he's on the ball, trying to weave through. That's pretty good by Impact, and really, so he receives it here. Unlucky, he got touching the ball, but 10 stays with it. They squeeze him out, force him to make an errant pass. That's not bad. That's more of what we need to see with multiple bodies. Don't let him get that head start and get going. There he falls over. That was kind of risky on the ground. I will say this little guy, number 20, I believe, is pretty quick on impact. He's got a lot of pace. His final pass, when I had looked at the goals of this game the other day, was not the best, but he definitely has some speed. Now, our setup is going to look a lot different than Impact. Our main goal is to limit them, as I told some of the players at practice, to be within a goal at least at halftime. I think we're on track. Nice move there. Decent ball. No one's in the box. But defense is our priority. We're going to sit deep. We've got 5 back playing the counterattack game. Because if we try to play like we did last season or like Impact did, as you can see with the 4-1 score, it's not going to go well. Goalie spills it, and eventually they get it out wide. But Impact is not bad. We've handled them in the past, but since they've had a change of their branding and I think some new players and new coaches, they've definitely improved. I think they're a pretty decent team. They used to be South City from Division 3 when we first started here. But similar to how we dealt with the 6'7" kid from Atletico, it needs to be that, but even better for the number 10 for Tejanos. Not the best passing there out of the goal kick. They try to play out the back. Do well to swing it around, but the passing in the middle was not good. They definitely draw a lot of players to the ball. I mean, you've got 5 players on this one area. So when they have the ball, they seem to get very close. Like, the players are very close. It's something that I actually want us to do a better job of. Or not better job of, more of, because it seems most of our players struggle at passing it long and like to pass it short. A lot of times we don't step into our passes, so being at a closer distance, there's less room for mistakes, and you have more options right around you. So they definitely crash the box. The 10 is almost a shadow striker role behind the striker. Then the wingers seem to stay wide. Bodies flying everywhere.
You going to practice?
Mm. Alright, so the ball is switched over. They just hoof it up. That big kid wins it. So you already can see that giveaways are leading to chances. We have to be better on the ball than we were against Phoenix in there. It's a bad touch. Almost lost it right by the goal. They lose it there. Number 10 with the poor strike, but that easily could have been a goal. And the punt goes right in the air. I think we'll be able to frustrate them because I do not think that they played a team set up like we're going to be set up. Good pressure there. That taller blonde kid did well this game. That's a good turn, but good job quickly getting to him. He finds a pass to the right. You can see that they normally bring all three into the box. The striker, the winger, and the number 10 all go into the area. Great control by Tristan. Lays it off. That's not a bad idea. At times, that's going to be what our option is as well. We'll have to play the long ball more than we have in the past, especially if we're playing quick counterattack in transition. We will have two strikers up there with the three center backs. And if the game feels like we are actually doing our right and not just getting dominated, we could push up one of the wing backs and keep four back there. But so far, number 10 could probably have a hat trick. He just had bad finishing. That's something else. Just like that, we can't give them wide opportunities to swing it in just because they have height. I mean, the striker is small. He's technical, has good dribbling, but he's not. Shouldn't win headers on us. but number 10 definitely can be a threat in the box. Good control there. Decent play. They have multiple players, probably more than any team, that have some dribbling skills. Good job by that kid on Royce to steal it. Number 10 gets closed down. That's good defense. That's exactly what we need to do on him. And he hits the bar. Right where they score. Yeah, and they just get a lucky header. I mean, good header, but I mean, if I could fell to him. So they hit the bar. Goalie stands there. That kid can't clear it, heads it, and then that kid has a nice looping header into the goal. So we can stop this part of the video here.